the 76ers steal one, as Adrian Wojnarowski was mentioning, without Joel Embiid?
They're not going to be able to do it. No way. And here's the thing. All eyes for me are on James Harden. And for anybody that's ever been traded, you know what I'm about to talk about. The more you move, the less you're the marquee. See, in Houston, he was MVP, All-NBA, face of the franchise. When you go to the Nets, you're the third best player. And then when you go back to Philly, you get elevated to the second best player on paper. But now you got to perform like that. I just saw my namesake, Jalen Brunson, average 28 points for the Dallas Mavs that they eliminated the Utah Jazz. I expect James Harden to be giving me that type of productivity. And last but certainly not least, is he going to age gracefully and become a classic car like Chris Paul? Or is he going to be like a car that continues to put on miles and before you know it starts to break down? This is a series that's going to determine whether he is legitimately a max guy where you just give him the money and don't think about it, versus you're really going to think about it if he struggles.
But that's already a part of the deal. You got to give it to him when he was traded.
Not with the owner.
What chance do you give the 76ers against the Heat, Stephen A?
Zero.
Okay.
Sure. Let's just get this out of the way. I mean, I want to applaud my brother Jalen Rose because to be here on national television and promoting the game, you want to give suspense and you want to make sure that you give the impression that there's a chance. Wilbon, Jalen Rose, ain't no chance. Ain't no chance. Ain't no way in hell the Miami Heat are losing to the Philadelphia 76ers in South Beach. It's just not going to happen, okay? Because without Embiid, you're not winning. And this is what it comes down to. Joel Embiid will win. He'll be back for Game 3. I'm talking specifically Games 1 and 2. Do I have Miami winning this series? Yes, even with Embiid in the lineup. But, of course, Philly has a chance. I'm talking specifically in terms of Games 1 and 2, there's no chance. Now, Doc Rivers has already made it clear. He's going to spread the ball more. It's going to be more of a James Harden-oriented offense because you don't have Embiid. So you're going to spread the floor. You're going to have that spacing executed because you want to give him an opportunity to dance and really show what he's made of. I don't believe James Harden is finished. I think that James Harden could still ball. It's just that I don't believe he's what he was in Houston. And we're talking about a Miami Heat team that is deep, that is athletic. They've got some greyhounds. They've got some experienced veterans. They were a top 5 defense in the National Basketball Association. I don't believe that James Harden alone is going to be able to get done. He's got some help, but ain't going to be enough. Not for Games 1 and 2.
Well, I
no
imagine
chance.
a lot of that help will have to come from Tyrese Maxey, Michael Wilbon.
Yes, yes. And these guys know I've been on the Maxey train, driving it, been the conductor of the Maxey train since December. But, Malika, in the best of times, in James Harden's MVP times, where he was a dominant regular season player, he had troubles in the playoffs. We all know that. They're well chronicled. Now we see a James Harden, which I think it's fair to say is at least reduced. And so now he's going to go on the road without Joel Embiid and be that guy. If he does, he really will be saying, hey, I'm not done. Give me that max. Get out of my way and shut up. But we've got to see that because when he has been unable to do it in the best of times and now you're asking him, this is an enormous challenge without Joel Embiid in those first 2 games, even with Kyle Lowry out for Game 1. It still is. If James Harden can do this, he will change his own narrative, at least temporarily.
Correct.
He would, but it won't happen. He would,
I agree
but he
with you,
would,
Steve.
but it
I'm
won't
with you
happen.
guys.
Okay, let's be very clear. It's not going to happen.